Hello, dear soul, and welcome to the Lightbearer's Library. My name is Kate Harmony. In today's journal entry, I want to talk about how we should be very mindful of what it is that we're feeding ourselves with the feeds that we have. Now, I'm not on social media, and so I don't have any feeds besides I only have YouTube, and the only things that I look at are the things that I have subscribed to, and that's very few things. So when I'm saying this, it's about, I think that as a collective, as people who are trying to be more aware of the state of their heart, the state of their mind, the state of being grounded in, just grounded. We need to be more and more mindful of what's coming in. And I don't know about you, but I felt just so much energetic chaos. Like I said, I'm not bringing much in, but I took a time out over the last couple of days of being on the computer, of being on my, just a timeout from anything besides kind of just reading, journaling, being with my husband, talking, doing yoga, just because it was all too much. I was having meltdowns and I needed to just take a break. So if that's what you need, honor that and, go for a walk or whatever it is that would nourish your mind and your soul. And because I think there's this idea that, we need to be informed somehow. And I would ask people who I would ask if you think that, or if you, like, I guess I'm thinking about, I had a friend and she was talking about getting rid of social media. Now, I haven't had social media for over 10 years. So when she's like, oh, but I've got my kids and I need to be, informed about things. And like, what do you need to be informed about? Like, if you think back 2 or 3 generations, they didn't have all the information that we did now, right? And they lived perfectly fine. Right? Like, they didn't need constant feeding of information and news and stuff that was incoming. So I would really ask yourself, why do I think that I have this idea that I need to be informed? And I'm not saying don't inform yourself about topics. Go and read a book. Go deeper. If you want to learn about something, the way to learn about something is to read books about the topic from different angles and different perspectives. Read 2 equally qualified experts or PhDs on the topic that totally disagree with one another. And then sit with the 2 opposing, ideas, and see what it is that you think and what you feel and what your intuition is leaning more towards. That's how we be informed, is by not having the feed of headlines and short videos, and that is not informing ourselves. So that's addiction, right? That's just addiction to that high level of I don't even know what it is. Is it cortisol or dopamine? Excuse my ignorance on that. It's not something I've wanted to dig into because I don't want any of it. I want to live a calm life, and one that is able to help others. And when we are in that state of vibrating full of all the hormones, chemicals, whatever, the state, it's a feeling. You can call it, you can make up a name, but we know what it feels like. So we can be of more service to our loved ones and our communities when we are in a calm mind, and we can think more clearly when we are clear-minded, and we can make decisions in a more clear-minded way. And so I think all of this is what I'm thinking and feeling like I need to do in terms of the world is shifting, isn't it? It's really changing so fast, and I think, there's so much competing information, and so many, like I said, equally qualified experts on all sides of topics. So how do we know without doing a PhD on a topic and, reading every book on every topic? How can we know? And I feel like we need to get more and more in touch with our intuition, and that requires turning off those feeds to a big extent. And I think if one is addicted to the feed, like any addiction, you can either go cold turkey and just, and I don't know that that's necessarily a good option for most people who are addicted to whatever. But just see if you can cut back on the amount of information that you're bringing in, the amount of screen time, basically. But coming back to, our intuition, and that takes space. It takes stillness. It takes calmness to hear what our heart is telling us, to hear thoughts that lead us in a different direction than maybe what our feed is telling us, or what all our friends are doing. It's so, I would offer that. Just see if you take some space away from all the feeds, and just be very, very conscious of how things impact you. Is it causing fear in your system? Is it causing, overwhelm? And just try and cut it out, because we don't need more fear in the world. We need less fear. So instead of focusing on war, we need to be focusing on peacefulness, right? Otherwise, we're just adding our energy, our imaginative energy, our heart energy, and our mind energy towards war. And that's not how we do it. We focus on peacefulness inside, and peace, treating those people around us with kindness and with love. Anyway, I could go on, but let me know what you think about the idea that we're going to need our intuition more and more as we move forward. And if there's any ways that you have found to connect to your intuition, or do you know what that little voice is, or how do you feel it or hear it or sense it? Everybody's slightly different. So I would love to hear from you. If you if this was helpful to stimulate thoughts, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to Lightbearer's Library. I would love to have you here. Okay, dear soul. Well, I wish you so many blessings. Signing off for now. XOXO, Kate.